It's ELP Modelling and it's the end of another week, which means one thing: Feature Friday. Well, this isn't something you see every day, a total one-off model created from 2 or more kits. The eagle-eyed viewers may recognise the diorama from the first Feature Friday I did of a Subaru BRZ and a Rocket Bunny 86 by Will Morrison. Well, he's been at the bench again, and this time the results are nothing short of spectacular once again. I got in touch with Will when he was after a kooky Silvia rear light for this build. And after chatting for a while, we struck up a deal for him to get me one of the Revell Integra kits that had been recently re-released, as he was in the States and it's next to impossible to find one here in the UK, and eBay dreamers were wanting silly prices for postage. Will went above and beyond, not only getting me the kit, but he also included a set of OEM Integra wheels so I could build my dream DC2. He was a gentleman and wouldn't accept any payment towards the cost of shipping or the kit, so I surprised him with a Fujimi S14 Zenki kit, knowing full well that the kooky lights were included in the kit. This meant he still had a perfectly good kit to build, and we basically did a kit swap. This hobby has led me to meeting some fantastic and genuine people over the years, but that's for another story for a future vlog episode. Now back onto the car. You've seen the work in progress shots, but let's see more of the finished product. Will has used a Fujimi S14 as the base kit and combined it with the front end of a Revell 2013 Dodge Challenger. He binned most of the unused parts of the kit after it was employed by its new boss. To get it to flow with the lines of the Silvia, the bumper was cut and the valance was completely rebuilt to fit. Other donated parts include a reworked intercooler from an RWB Porsche kit by C1 Models. The headlights were also sourced from the parts bin, and a completely scratch-built front grille area sits between them. At the opposite end, Will decided on a bumper delete with a scratch-built bulkhead showing through. Underneath the newly designed rear end, Will also created a new diffuser with added photo-etch bolt heads from Scale Motorsport, and a pair of custom exhausts finish off the rear end perfectly. Now, with all that work at either end, he couldn't leave the car without some sexy bulging hips now, could he? The widening of the car comprises of some reworked Fujimi fender flares that were then moulded to hug the shape of the body. Underneath its newly improved hips are a set of super wide Fujimi Panasports wrapped in Pirelli rubber. Will had these wheels stashed away to use on something special, and this was the lucky kit. I'm sure we can all relate to saving kits or wheels to do something special with them at some point. The boss is going to look right at home next to the Toyota 86, and that was the intention all along, with its matching paint colour, Tamiya Bright Mica Red, only this time it's applied over white primer that really makes it pop and to differentiate it slightly from the other bunny in the garage. Finally, let's concentrate on the interior now. Due to the age of the kit, it's not the most visible, but that didn't stop Will from giving it his ever creative touch. Another Porsche lost part of its soul. This time a 911 GT2 roll cage was adapted to fit, to keep the boss taut and rigid in the corners. The driver and passenger will too be kept in their place, sitting in their Sparco racing seats. The driver can also keep an eye on engine parameters and readouts from the scratch-built race pack display made from a hobby design decal sheet and styrene sheet combined. Will told me that he really wished the interior was more visible on the finished model, and I have to agree, it's such a shame to hide all those wonderful details. Yet another fantastic build from Will. I cannot wait for him to get back on the bench when life isn't keeping him too busy and we can see what other wonderful creations are made. If you would like your build featured, please visit elpmodelling.com/feature Friday submission and follow the simple guide on how to get your build featured. Hope you enjoyed this week's Feature Friday. I'll see you again this time next week for another one. Keep modelling, and I'll see you online at elpmodelling.com, Facebook and Instagram. Keep modelling. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.